Let me see all these beautiful
Yes.
faces.
Oh, welcome everyone.
Hi.
It is my honor to introduce our co-director of the Reconnection, Guglielmo Poli, for our Live in Love today. Welcome, Guglielmo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome,
So
Guglielmo.
I'm really looking at all your beautiful faces. I'm very happy to be here. So let me know, Cecilia, if everyone that we are expecting is joining, or I have to wait some
Thank.
minutes.
Just give me a few seconds more. We have some people in the waiting room still popping in.
Sure,
Thank you.
perfect. Let me see. I know most of you, some of you I don't know. So I will present also myself. Let
Okay, it
me
looks
see.
like the waiting room is clear.
Perfect. So we can start. So first, because if the subject of tonight will be a little intense, turn on your camera. In this way, I can see that you are not sleeping at a certain point. So I will see you. Angela, are you already tired? Okay. So I would like to introduce to myself. For first, I have to apologize this group. I have to apologize because I'm not so present online with you. I know it. I really apologize. You have to know that I have a very important role in this company that is leading the group of future instructors of reconnective healing around the world. So, and I have also in this moment to organize all the training programs that they are not in US and in Canada. So you can't imagine what is meaning. It's a 16 hours per day job. So I really apologize every one of you, and I promise to be a little more present. So I hope to honestly make me uh, more present, if not with the quantity of hours passed together, with the quality of the hours that we will pass together. And I'm happy, and I'm happy today also to present myself to all of you that don't know me in person. So I'm Italian, I'm living in Switzerland. I, as I said, I was a lawyer and a human resource manager before being myself again, finding my truth, and just following what the Reconnective Healing Experience was providing to me. Because when we are really having access and we are living in the frequencies and doing the experience of reconnective healing every day, you really are going to attract what is actually the path of your soul, told in an ontological way, wants in this plan. Every one of us is has a core, and this core is exactly what you are. And to me, the beautiful gift of Reconnective Healing Experience and the personal reconnection was exactly to find my path to myself, and this is the path to the joy. So this is just to make you understand with which kind of passion I am doing this job, and that like Rob, I'm here for you. Every time you want, you can contact me if you need an interaction with me. So make yourself really comfortable, okay, to interact with me, even if I'm very busy. Okay, so why I'm speaking about this book tonight? I had the honor and the privilege to write the introduction for the Italian version of this book. So the editor, because they known that I was in love with this book and that I studied so much, and that I was doing some conferences in the universities about it. So they wanted that I write it. Honestly, I was a little embarrassed to write the introduction for this important book. And this book that actually is not a book, is consciousness in words. In every section, in every word, in every page of this book, you will find words of truth. I know that truth is a very slippery field, we say in Italian. Okay, truth is something that sometimes is not so understood, and sometimes we think a truth that is not a truth. So it's something very, very important that we have to find the way to find our personal truth. And every one of us has a different one. And this is the beauty of the universe, because all of us, each one of us, it's unique. So every soul that we are bringing in this physical body is actually bringing his truth to the others and to himself. Very interesting movement about consciousness. It will be useful later. It will be useful later to speak about a little of this philosophy. Of course, I will not do a university difficult lesson, but I will try to explain you just the basics and then try to match it with the philosophy, not try to match it, and then match it with the philosophy of reconnective healing. Okay, so first of all, let's just introduce this book, the Bhagavad Gita, okay, to, for example, somebody that don't know it. Some from the Sanskrit, it means three things, honestly, the title. The words of the Lord, or the divine song, or the celestial song. According to Mircea Eliade, that is one of the most valuable writers and philosopher that commented already Bhagavad Gita, the last one is the most appropriate. So the celestial song. It's built in 700 verses, and this is just a part of the huge production that is Mahabharata. Who already listened about Mahabharata? It's a very interesting book, and it's also the book that um, is speaking about the wars of the gods. For who of you is believing in the theory of the ancient astronauts? Okay, it's exactly one of the interesting books that you want to read. This part, this specific part of 700 verses and 18 chapters is considered a sacred text, a holy book, like the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Popol Vuh for the Maya, the Kebra Nagasht for the Rastafarian. Okay, this is one of the sacred books, and is the fifth books most read in the world. Okay, the first version, it was dated around the 3rd century before Christ, but the version that we are actually reading now in English and of course also in Italian It's from the 7th century after Christ. So you can imagine when this book, this kind of books are so uh, buried in time, uh, they had some different interpretations all the time. And we honestly we will have our interpretations. So I chosen some specific pieces to read it to you, and then I would like to discuss about it with you. Okay, so um, one of the most important Indologists, that was Lord Larson, okay, states this sentence: if there is in any one text that comes near to embodying the totality, sorry, of what is to be a Hindu, it will be the Bhagavad Gita. So this is the text for the Indian religion. As we know, religions, it's again a very complicated field. Very complicated because it's hurting to somebody, going against his beliefs or is going against his culture. So it's very difficult to speak about religions without hurting somebody. I found the parts of Bhagavad Gita that they are not going against any other religion, but uh, maybe will go against parts of your ethic because it's just a text out of judgment. And ethic compared with morality, these two things, they are always fighting between themselves. So it's a very interesting part. So the history that is written inside the Bhagavad Gita is a dialogue, a dialogue between Arjuna, that is a soldier, that is an archer, especially of one part of the two armies that they were fighting during the battle of Karashastra. It's an epic battle for the Indian culture. Okay, and Krishna, that is the avatar of Vishnu. So I don't want to tell, but it's likely God and Jesus. So it's, a manifestation of God. Don't tell to somebody that I told it, but just to make it, you understand what is an avatar in the conscious. And honestly, Vishnu has thousands of avatars in the production of the culture, of the written culture in India. So there are so many of these avatars. And if you remember also the movie Avatar from James Cameron, what is an avatar? Is just a body with your consciousness inside. Okay. This, don't tell a Hindi that I spoken in this way about it, but this is the concept of avatar. So Arjuna is speaking directly with God. Let's think in this way. And during this battle, he has, you know, he is the archer, the most powerful soldier, the better archer of his army. But the destiny of the battle is bringing himself to fight against his relatives, his masters, his gurus in the Indian, culture. There is there, and he is feeling very, very bad, and he wants to retire himself from the battle. And in this moment of sadness, in this moment of inaction, in this moment of block of his consciousness, he's starting this long dialogue, asking to Krishna what is the right thing to do. Now you will be surprised because the God Krishna is suggesting him to fight. He's suggesting him to fight because he is a soldier. He is the archer, and he can't be anything different in his life. Now, I see a little of your phrases. How is possible that God is telling me to fight? God is love, and being love can't tell, ourselves to do something wrong. Yes, but we are thinking with our, consciousness that is coming from the Christian Manichaean idea that there is something good and something wrong, that you can be with God or you have to be against God, that you have, to be coherent, with the rules of what God commanded to Moses, But this is not the culture. The culture here, it's a little more deep. So there is not a God that is giving you rules, and if you are not doing that, you are the bad guy and you will go to the inferno, especially because the inferno was organized by the monks in the 11th century just to scare people, okay? And to tell them that they have to follow the rules, okay? Here is, I think that the Indian religion is the religion of contradictions. Contradictions, why? It's full of freedom, and then they put these social rules very, very, very strong. And this is beautiful because everywhere you can find a mismatching, everywhere you can find a contradiction, you have the opportunity to find your truth. So God is just what telling to Arjuna? He's telling to be himself and accomplish what his soul came to this three-dimensional experience just to be themselves. I know that now we are online on YouTube, so I would like also to say ciao to my followers here in YouTube. So we are waiting you in the Reconnective Life Community to listen these kind of things and much, much more directly from Eric Pearl, Gillian Fleer, and all the leaders of the online community. So a big hug here from Guglielmo Poli, co-director of the Reconnection, and I'm waiting also you to all the Catalyst programs around the world. Take a look to the website. So we were speaking about what, honestly? The no judgment. So every soul come here to do what his soul has to accomplish. And without judgment, absolutely, he must do it. You must be yourself. This is just the action that Krishna is asking to Arjuna. Be yourself, even if he have to kill his relative, even if he have to fight with a guru.
Hey there, family. Dr. Eric and Jillian here.
Welcome, everyone.
And we're very excited about Reconnective Life, our first online global community. This is the most exciting way we've been able to get together since I founded the Reconnection. It'll be a place where we can do things together. We'll move into breakout rooms at times when that's appropriate. We'll have energy interactions and meditations and exercises. In other words, expect things you haven't seen before.
You are so charged.
Things we
He is so lit about every new way we get to be together every day. Just be together. Let us just speak a little bit about what is going to be the shape of this community.
In this community, we can share and discover more. Here we can talk to each other, we can chat, we can learn from and about one another. Jillian, me, our life leaders, and you will be in daily conversation with you. Weekly, we will have Facebook Lives.
We will be with you every Wednesday. Sometimes it'll be just Eric. On occasion, it might just be me. Sometimes it'll be the two of us. It's all about giving you a way to look at the week living in the frequencies.
And in every fourth week, we will include a live Q&A so we can talk about things that have been coming up for us, discuss back and forth, share, grow, expand together.
And the ever-growing library of content that has been created over 20 years that will be on demand for you. It will be on-demand content for you to view, enjoy, share again with your inner circle.
And monthly, we are going to have live Zoom retreats. We're going to bring in some exercises and experiences and things that previously we've reserved for our physical retreats, you know, when we were in the different location resorts and things. And we're modifying them so that we can work with these with you in your home, in your living room, in your den.
Put into the chat line, what is facility?
We're having these weekly Zoom in-depth Q&As.
Finally, we have a place and space to just define what does that really mean living in the frequencies.
This is something that is in all of us.
Everyone can do this.
It doesn't matter how many levels you've gone through or how well you know the programs. It's a community that allows us to recognize how interrelated we all are as receivers of energy, light, and information.
See you there.
Reconnective life, living in the frequencies every day.